All right, y'all. We're gonna try this one more time. This is take number three for it's been 2 years, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna try this one more time, and this time I promise you, I'm gonna try my best to minimize this video down. A lot has happened in the last 2 years, and I'm sure if you have lived through 2019 and 2020, by the grace of God, you are looking at this video, and that's a good thing. The last 2 years has been a bad roller coaster ride. Um, but if you made it to the end and you can get off of that ride, trust me, you ain't gonna get back on it. We've had COVID. We lost over 500,000 people in the U.S. alone. From this, I've had close family members to have it. I mean, like aunts, first cousins. I've had a couple of co-workers that I worked with that used to come in our office every day to pass away from COVID. Um, a lot of things have happened. Um, we've gone through some shit this last 4 years that's going to take a hell of a lot more to recover from. Um, we've had the death of George Floyd that was just seen around the world. um, and it wasn't just his death. We're talking about in the last 2 years, so many um, of my people, and I mean black and brown people, that have passed away from just cops that are just bad. And I know somebody's going to get offended by this, and I really don't give a fuck if you do get offended by it. For real, for real. You have good cops and you have bad cops, just like you have people that are racist and people that are not racist. Well, if you're not racist, then stand the fuck up so we can have some allies here to stop all this police brutality. However, I'm gonna flip this thing on the. I'm gonna flip this piece of toast on the other side, because we have our own people killing our own. But please understand, you have white people killing white people, Asian people killing Asian people, Indian people killing Indian people. You have every race killing their own. However, it's almost as if they are trying to rehash Jim Crow, which honestly, I don't think Jim Crow never really left. They just revised the laws and reworded the laws. Trust me, anybody that knows what I'm saying, it did not go over their head. They caught it. Then we're still okay, and people think slavery is over. Slavery is never over. If you read deeply into the Constitution, the amendments, and shit like that, if you go to prison, you still you're gonna partake in slavery. Please understand that. And I know a lot of y'all probably saying that ain't true. If you go to jail, you are subjected to slavery. You don't believe me? Read it. Trust me, I'm telling you. Okay. There's so much that has happened in the last 2 years. Um, One of the tragedies that I dealt with over the last, really, it ain't even been a year. My brother passed away December 31st of 2020. He dealt with colon cancer for about 4 or 5 years. However, he passed away from a heart attack. Um, that in itself is still fresh with me. It's 6 months. It hasn't even been 6 months. And I miss him every day. Um, um, there's not a day go past I don't see him or think about him. I have him on my phone. I'm just gonna put him up there. Trust me, he's not cockeyed. It's just that's the picture. Because if I was to show y'all that picture, his eyes is not cocked as a pistol. But if I was to show you that picture, take the damn picture off that thing, girl. What are you doing? He talked fast. Trust me, it's funny, but I love him to death. I miss you. But anyway, that and I moved since my last video. And it's just been a lot of things that have happened over the last couple of years that I probably could never touch on in a 10, 15, 20-minute video. But, um, I'm just so grateful to God that I have lived to see a lot. And I picked up on some little habits, um, and they're good habits. When during the pandemic, I started doing pull chain art. That's one of them. It's not the best. I'm still an amateur at painting. I didn't know I would love painting. I didn't realize it would be very therapeutic. Um, it takes me a few days to kind of decide on what I want to do with the painting. Sometimes it don't. The colors have to come to me. Um, and I like to put a lot of thought into a painting. Now, I did a painting for my friend for Father's Day, but because of the fact whereas I saw a flaw in it and he didn't, I saw a flaw in it. And I told him, and when I put the polyacrylic on it, I put a little bit too much on it. So it kind of made it a little, it wasn't rough. It's very shiny. It's beautiful. But it kind of clumped up at a certain place that it should not have. But it's abstract art, and I know a lot of people probably saying, well, I mean, I don't do it to sell. I do it because it makes me happy. And I've learned in the last, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you a painting. It's literally right here, and I'm gonna show you one of my abstract pieces. Um, and it's just for me. I don't want anybody to think, whatever. But this was one of the pieces that I was going to give to my friend for Father's Day. But it's a very big picture. It's a 30 by 40, and it's just me doing something that I wanted to do. It's just abstract art, and it looks shiny because it is. I have polyacrylic on it. Man, the thing feel like butter. I'm telling you. I was doing it to sell, and I made a few dollars off of it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but at the same time, I don't like doing custom work or people to request work. It's not that I can't do it. It's the point where as when I do it, I want to put all of me into it. I want to give it all of the time and attention, just like with a child. You want to give it all the time and attention it deserves. Because if I won't put it on my wall, I'm not going to give it to you to put it on yours. I don't give a damn if you do say you like it. I look at it to whereas okay, it's just like when you go out to get something to eat. Would you eat a sandwich? Would you give somebody a sandwich that you wouldn't eat? I mean, they might like it, but me, I don't like it. No. It's like when I go to a place to get a salad, I always ask for spinach. And people say, "Why do you always ask for spinach?" Because when they use that regular lettuce or that iceberg lettuce, they always give them hard ass thick chunks that ain't got no color and no taste to it. I don't want that in my salad. That ain't number filler. I don't want that. That's not salad. That's no. I ask for spinach because it's green and it's leafy. If you get that regular salad mix, you're gonna get more chunks in it than you get green leaves in it. You ain't gotta believe me. The next time you go get a salad, say I would like to have this kind of salad, and you get another salad, and you say I want spinach in one and regular in one. Tell me which one you're gonna eat first. You're gonna eat that one with them green leafy leaves in it because it's prettier, it's healthier for you, and it's better. That one that got them little white chunks in it ain't shit. It ain't got. Don't feed me that. When I go to Wawa or I go anywhere, and I know some of y'all probably saying, "What's a Wawa?" Wawa is the convenience stores of convenience stores. They better than 7-Eleven. Let me tell you something. When they make fresh food, they make fresh food every day. WAWA. Now, I ain't getting paid for no plug. Excuse me. Or none of that, excuse me. To promote them, I'm not. But they make the best sandwiches, the best sub. They got the best salad. When I tell you their soup, woo! Man, they got this tomato basil bisque sweet tomato basil something soup, go to bed. Man, and don't get that chili. Oh my lord. But anyway, I ain't here to talk about food because I love to eat. As y'all can see, I ain't no skinny girl. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't no 300 pounds, none neither. I ain't no 250, 300 pounds. No disrespect to them. Please, y'all, don't hit me up and talk about, oh, you don't like big people. No, I have big people in my family. I ain't skinny. Shit, I'm a size 14, 16. I'm not skinny. To the world, I'm huge. But I don't give a shit about the world. The world don't feed me, and what I eat don't make them fat. So I don't give a shit. But anyway, I digress. Let me keep moving on, and let's talk about this 2 years that I've been on hiatus a little bit. Um, Also during this pandemic, okay, I how can I say it? It's not that I don't like church. The church is a building. It's the people that's in the church. During this last year, I've had more of a spiritual connection with God than a religious connection. That's going to go over a lot of people's head because a lot of people saying it's the same thing. No. Spiritual connection. You connecting here, here, and with your body. Your mind, your body, your spirit is all in one. And you have that connection with God. Your religious connection is more so you doing stuff because it's tradition. It's a religious tradition. Like you go like when they do um uh, uh um communion. That's a religious tradition. Don't say it's a Christianity thing. It's a religious tradition. Y'all know it. But see, again, I don't want to offend people, but y'all need to really think about it. Do you have a religious connection or do you have a spiritual connection? Because if you have a spiritual connection with God, you don't have to be in a church to continue to have that spiritual connection with God. You just don't. You don't. When something comes to you and that light bulb goes off like, oh, yes. A lot of times you ain't even in church. You at home, you in your car, you in somewhere where you can feel comfortable. Or you're in a situation and the light bulb goes off and it's like, oh yeah, okay, I got it. A lot of times you're not even in church. If you really think about it, sometimes when you have your spiritual now I'm not saying that the Holy Spirit can't come to you when someone is saying a word or singing a song. I'm not saying the Holy Spirit can't come on you then because the Holy Spirit can come on you anywhere, anytime. You could be in the grocery store, you could be in the mall, you could be anywhere. The Holy Spirit can hit you, it's gonna hit you. But people can't separate spiritual from religion. And I think that's part of the reason why it's always a spirit. You know how people say it's a spiritual warfare? You never hear them say it's a religious warfare. They always saying it's a spiritual warfare. Think about it. People always say, well, we're in a spiritual warfare. You never hear people say we're in a religious warfare. But yet, a lot of people, and even the United States, have gone to war for religious shit. Anyway, let's move on. Um, I have a new granddaughter. That's about a month old. So I'm very excited about that. Um, just this year, January the 6th. And if anybody has lived through January the 6th, you know what I'm talking about, the insurrection at the Capitol building. I work in D.C. I am blocks away from the Capitol building. If you don't know what that shit is like, then trust me, you will never experience anything like that. When I tell you fear, you had thousands of people to storm the Capitol building. The shit that you've seen on the news is nothing compared to if you were there to see it. Now, there were people that were there that were tourists. literally tourists. But there were also people there to do some really bad shit to a lot of people that are now saying it wasn't an insurrection. It was patriots that was trying to express their feelings, but yet a police officer, a couple of people died. Police officers were beaten, kicked, stomped, you name it, beaten with flag poles that had the United States flag on it. It's not a lie, it's the truth. Then the other crazy shit was when Trump went to the church down the street from the White House and held up the Bible upside down, just like Satan would. Um, that shit caused a mass hysteria. A lot of people, some people got hurt because of that. And see, that's the shit they not talking about. People got hurt doing that thing, but they not gonna talk about that because if they talk about it, they let me just back up and leave that alone. It's so much shit because see, I work in DC. I work in DC, and it's just crazy that we are in a time whereas the truth don't even fucking matter. The lie is more entertaining and people should go with the lie versus the truth because the truth ain't what they want. They want a lie, but the truth they want to hide. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? At one time, they would rather hide the lie. But this time they want to hide the truth and make the lie come forth. I don't understand how the fuck you do that. How? But let me tell you something. I'm not saying all politicians are bad. But I'm going to tell you right now, every politician, I don't give a fuck if you've been in there 15, 30 years, 20 years. For me, honestly, I think once you've been in there 20 years, get your maggot ass out. Because right now, you are just, once you're in it for over 20 years, at some point, it get to be the point where as it's self-serving now. And it's all about power. It's all about I need to keep my power because I need to keep that money coming. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to stay in power because I'm gonna tell you right now, for real, a lot of these politicians they keep telling you they want to support their people, but a lot of them they just supporting their fucking selves. They don't give a fuck about the people. You got people in the office that look like me that don't give a fuck about other people that look like them. It's some of them that I look at and I'm just like, I know your ass is grimy. You could just, I don't know. It's just, I'm not just talking about. I'm not talking about. Um, I'm not talking about. Just white people trying to keep the Jim Crow laws going. But you got other people that look like me, other politicians that look like me, that don't give a fuck about people that look like them. And I'm going to say it again for the people in the fucking back that can't hear. I don't care if another politician see this as she or he look like me. Y'all got people in y'all state that y'all supposed to represent that y'all don't give a fuck if they got a water to drink. They got lights on, no matter the circumstances they going through. None of that stuff. They don't give a damn. That's what I say. A lot of times, a lot of people get in politics because it's self-serving. And they want that power. They want that money, that skrilla, them buckety bucks, that bag. It's all you want to know about a person, follow the money. I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't rich. I go to work, I pay my bills. God knows, yes, I wish I could hit the lottery so I could pay all my shit off, even my student loans, so they can get the fuck on out my face. I just want to win the lottery so I can take care of my family, pay my bills, pay my daughter bills off, set my grandbabies up so that when they get grown, they don't have to struggle. They don't. I mean, I'm not saying they don't have to work because they still have to get their ass a damn job, but they don't have to struggle. That's the legacy I want to leave for my grandchildren. but I want to leave the same legacy for my grandchildren's grandchildren. And I know a lot of y'all said, damn, that's a long time. Let me tell you, my grandmother has seen her grandchildren have grandchildren. She is seeing her great grands have grandchildren. Do you understand that? We got 5 generations going on. It's my grandmother, my mother, me, my daughter, and her daughters. We have 5 generations going on. I want to have 5 generations going on. I want to see my grandchildren have grandchildren. My mother is seeing her grandchildren have grandchildren. My grandma is seeing her great grandchildren have grandchildren. That's the life I want. I keep telling people I'm gonna live to be 110 and I'm gonna still have a sharp mind. I'm gonna still be talking a lot of shit. I'm gonna still be having fun. I'm gonna still get out the house. I'm gonna do stuff. I'm gonna live to be 110, and it ain't nothing you or anybody else can do about it. But anyway, I'm gonna roll up out of here. But anyway, I didn't want to hold y'all long, but it's been 2 years. A lot of shit has happened. If you lived through the pandemic, you have family members that lived through the pandemic, just be grateful to God that they live. And if you're not a religious person, I'm not saying you have to be, you don't believe in God, you believe in a higher power, that's fine. Um, I've learned to weed out the negative people that was in my life at one point in time. I mean, it's like every time I turn around, it's just drama going on. And y'all gotta forgive me. I'm so happy. But of course, 2 years ago, my hair wasn't this long. This is my second time with locks. I just haven't had my locks this small before, so it's a little different. But I gotta get them off my neck, y'all. I mean, hell, I'm still going through menopause. Okay, I've been going through menopause since I was 38 years old, and I know y'all don't want to hear this shit, but at the same time, I mean, y'all just don't know. But anyway, so y'all gotta forgive me because I'm still, uh, but it's just been a roller coaster. It's just been one of those times. Whereas we've dealt with so much crazy shit politically, we've dealt with so much stuff. Um, the mass shootings that's going on. I mean, people stuck in the house. They don't know what to do. You got people, and a lot of people still haven't been vaccinated. I've been fully vaccinated. I'm not going to tell you that you need to or you don't need to. I did it because of the fact I love my grandmother. I love my mom. I love my grandchildren. I love my sisters. I love my brothers. I love my family. And I wanted to protect them, but I wanted to protect myself because now, they said, well, the CDC said, well, if you've been fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. Well, guess what? You've had people that hadn't worn a damn mask since day one. So how do you know if you've been fully vaccinated or not? You don't want to just put yourself out there in the open. I still wear my mask when I go to work, whenever I have to go back into the office, or when I go to Walmart, or when I go to grocery store, Shoppers or Giant, or whatever the case may be. Um, I'll put on my mask, and people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, how the fuck you wearing a mask? Because bitch, I don't know you. I don't know if you've been vaccinated or not. I'm not gonna just leave my lungs and my nose and my mouth open to your ass. Shit, you crazy? But either way, it's just so much has just happened this last 2 years. But honestly, I've learned a lot about myself and what I have learned, and I'm being in entertainment, and I do acting. I haven't done any acting, not even background, in over a year and a half now. But it's hard getting into the field or getting your feet wet. It's a little difficult, but you got to pursue and you got to persevere. And it's still a goal. It's still a dream of mine. Very much so. Um, and I'm leaning and standing on faith that I will be in a in a quite a few major movies with some speaking roles, some commercials, and even some TV shows coming. I can foresee that. And it's whereas I believe in myself, and even though you want people around you that can believe in you and your dream, honestly enough, it's going to be people that tell you that they love you. And it's going to be family that got the same blood running in their veins like you do, that won't believe in your dream. And that's okay. You don't have to believe in my dream. I believe in my dream enough that I don't need your belief. I also watched a video from Tabitha Brown, and I really love Tabitha because that woman is inspirational as hell. She said she was working out, and it came to her that, your name is worthy. You are worthy. Um, she said, because I came up with a whole, it's not so much an alter ego, but a stage name for myself, for acting. Now, am I a size 3, size 5, 6? No, I've never been that size. I've never been a skinny, small woman. I've always been a size, the smallest I've ever been in my life was a size 8. And that was after I had my daughter. And then before I had her, I was a size 10. And a lot of y'all probably saying, damn. However, I can't see myself being a size, anything smaller than a size 12. And I know some of y'all probably said, damn, that's still big. It depends on the body. It depends on the person. And it depends on the height of the person. I'm only 5'5". A size 12 for me, trust me, I still got all my derriere because I got some. I got some derriere. I got some hips and thighs. And I got boobs. I'm not saying I got the body of an hourglass because I don't. But I know once I get to a size 12, if I get any smaller than that, I will look like somebody who's been on crack for probably 20 years. And I'm not going to put myself in that situation to get to a size that I'm not going to be happy with. Because being anything smaller than a size 12, trust me, I would look like a crackhead. And I don't want to be looking like a crackhead. I still want some meat on my bone. I like meat with my potatoes. Okay? And I know my man, he likes meat with his potatoes. Sometimes he might want a little chunk of fat on the side to put that little glaze and that sweetness to that meat. But I digress. Let me keep on pushing. But anyway, I'm not trying to hold y'all on here too much longer. I've already talked long enough. But you are worthy. My name is worthy. My name, Samantha, is worthy of being on TV. And I said, right. I don't have to change my hair. I don't have to change, my name. Even though a lot of people do, but I shouldn't have to go through all of that just so that you can recognize who I am and see me for my worth. I don't get it. But anyway, just know that you are worthy. You are worthy of everything that you get and you deserve plus more. Don't limit yourself to what everybody else sees you as. Because how everybody else sees you as, they put you in a box. They put you in a box. And as long as you in that box, you fine. Get outside of that box. They're the ones that's getting uncomfortable for you. And they putting their fear on you. Because, well, if you do that, who's going to pay the bills? You do that, who's going to make your car note? If you do that, how you going to pay your bills if you do that? Why are you putting your fear on me? Me and God already done talked about that. Me and God done worked it out. You won't even in that equation. You won't even in the conversation when I talk to God about that. You're gonna have people that's gonna tell you that you should or shouldn't do this and shouldn't do that, whatever. And guess what? You're gonna look back I'm not even gonna give it that long. You're gonna look back 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from then, and you're gonna say, man, I wonder what life would have been like had I went on and did that. And why you stopped? Because Wichita said this and Wichita said that. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck what nobody in my family says. Not my mother, my grandmother, My sisters, my brothers, none of them. And they all know. Don't even try to talk her out of it because that's only going to push her to it even more. Yes, the fuck it is. So, you know, when my daughter first moved to Texas, the first time she moved to Texas, why are you moving all the way out there? You don't know nobody out there? I had to tell them. I said, no, I don't accept it, but I have to accept it because she's an adult and she needs to find her own way. And that's what she's trying to do. Allow her to do that. My family members jumped down my throat. I said, what the fuck y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna back the fuck up from me and you're gonna back the fuck up from my daughter. That's what y'all gonna do. I'm serious. I had to say that. I'm like, y'all gonna back the fuck up off of her and y'all gonna back the fuck up off of me. She's trying to find a way. And I said, okay, so which one of y'all gave her money to move? Crickets. I said, which one of y'all offered to help her move? Nobody? So how many of y'all offered to go down there and help her set up her shit? Nobody? Then everybody that didn't have shit to say need to shut the fuck up. Y'all ain't helping, but y'all want to hinder. Come on, man. Think about it. The ones that don't want you to do nothing are the ones that's hindering you, but they damn sure ain't gonna stick out a hand to help you. You gotta learn to cut people off. Even in your family. It's not that you don't love them. It's not that you don't like them. It's the point where as why is it that you don't want me to do something different? Because you're used to me doing what you think is best for me. And you don't even know what's best for me because guess what? What was best for you, you didn't even try it. I don't give a fuck whether you like it or not. It's not my problem. If you don't like it, that's not my problem. That's your problem. Let me tell you something. I know I'm going to be moving from where I am and I'm going to be moving out west. I'm going to go down south and out west. But that's just part of the journey to me to get to where I need to be. And I'm not going to let no family, no sister, no brother, my mother, my grandma, nobody stop me. Because guess what? At the end of the day, nobody's going to say, hey, baby, here's 2-3 grand to get you started when you get out there. Ain't nobody going to do that. And if it is, damn, they need to come on now because I'm fitting to roll up out of here within the next 8 months. God is my judge. I'm telling you, well, I shouldn't say that. I give myself another year. I should be on my way to going out west or whatever. But anyway, I've been holding y'all too long, and that wasn't my intention. But it's just been 2 years, and I'm trying to cram 2 years in 30 minutes, and I've gone over 30 minutes. But either way, if you have lived through the pandemic to see this video, that is awesome. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm still going through menopause, so I'm sweating. So if you see my face glistening and all this other stuff, then you know it's just that time, and ain't nothing I can do about it. I just gotta let it press on through. But anyway, understand that you are worthy. Understand that you are worthy of everything that's good that's coming to you. But what you have to ask are the people that you have in your life that are surrounding you, are they worthy of you? Are they worthy of you? I'm not saying you got to cut people off, but you have to reevaluate the people around you. It's not so much how you benefit from them, but it's the point where as is this person help keeping you grounded or are they holding you back? There is a difference. Keeping you grounded, hey, holding you back. Well, I don't think you should be doing that. I don't think that's a good idea. Now, some ideas are fucked up, but you want to have somebody around you that you can trust. And I know trust is a hard thing because it's people that you love that you hoping that you could trust that have betrayed you. But your heart would tell you. Your heart, your soul, and your mind would tell you. But anyway, keep good people in your corner. Keep people around you that's going to keep you grounded. People that's been your day one, that have supported you, that's been right there by your side, even though you may not like everything they said or done, but trust me, that you know if you needed anything or whatever, they got your back. Keep those people in your life. You gotta have the spirit of discernment. And you know what that spirit of discernment is. When some tell you something ain't right, you better listen to that. Because it ain't telling you nothing wrong. But either way, I love y'all. I will be doing more videos. I'm still learning. I'm not tech savvy. I'm still learning how to incorporate a picture or a video within a video. So, um, y'all got to still work with me. If y'all know somebody who can kind of help me and give me one step by step on how to do it, I know you can say, oh, you can go to YouTube and do it. Trust me. No, that ain't work for me. Um, that's like taking an online class. I need in-person training. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead on and get off this video. I love y'all. I will be doing another video. So please stand by for that. I promise you it won't be long. I'm just still learning some stuff. So I will be sending y'all videos soon. Good to see you. I'm out. Deuces.